I am Laura MacCon, and I'm a makeup artist. I'm doing makeup, hair, and some of the effects. I suppose some of the challenges are, again, we've got Leon. He's created a character that is multi-dimensional in many ways, and though his look is relatively consistent throughout, there are minor little makeup nuances, hair nuances that we hope that the audience will either subconsciously pick up on or something, which we're trying to emote the stress and the loneliness, the loss. There's so many little things that if you can nail it with the makeup, no one will probably notice, but it might emote a feeling or give a feeling to the audience. Well, when we first meet him, he is suave and gorgeous, and the hair is perfect, and you know, the nails are buffed, and he is in his best way. And as we sort of progress through the story, the hair falls apart a little bit. I've done some tagging on the fingernails just to, again, show stress, and the audience may never pick up on that, but just something to show that he's obviously been picking at himself, because it's getting more and more stressful for him to be in this house. Not having him powdered and perfect, actually letting him shine and show off a little bit of sweat, putting a little bit of redness through the face to show that he's been running about the house, and the blood pressure is going up, and he's really starting to feel that there is something very wrong with this place. So it's just those tiny little things that, you know, I wouldn't say we're trying to dishevel him. It's the house that's disheveling him, to tell you the truth, and I'm just trying to follow along. So
my company, Form & Dynamics, has been around since the mid-90s, providing special makeup effects, creature effects, animatronics, and various other special builds for film and television. Well, the main piece of work we did for Last Will and Testament of Rosalind Leigh was the angel statue, fairly focal central set piece. And it had some fairly specific requirements. Rod was looking for a certain style and a certain type of sculpture and a certain feel to the piece. Our main consideration with everything was trying to accomplish something very grand on a modest budget, and it's often a concern. And I really felt that it should be something very unique, very special, and really say something about the film and about the mood and the style. So that process involved, I think normally I would have sculpted it from the ground up and molded it and produced a full sculpture that way. But in order to save some cost, time, etc., we decided that we would do it as a fabrication. So we started with an existing body mold of an actor from something else, and we cast a rigid foam form from that, which we then posed and draped with the shroud that we had the angel wearing. We did sculpt the face and the hands specifically, combined all these elements together, and then coated it with a rigid material, and filled in some spaces and voids, and to make it look more like a relief sculpture rather than a casting, and painted it to look like the finished weathered stone product. Producing it as a scratch build right away meant we could eliminate a molding process and a sculpting process, so we're basically sculpting the finished product rather than an intermediate stage. All the impact for much less time.
But you can still bill the production for the mold too. They wouldn't know the difference.
Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that way, but one would like to think.